Yes, my people, we are here live at Ugwafia. This is Peace, Tower of Peace, built by Chief Doctor EMEKA EMERIE. This is the origin of Iriji Ohamoha. This is where it started. Remember that we were told that this Iriji Ohamoha started from Chief Doctor EMEKA EMERIE. So this is the origin. We are right here in the residence of Chief Doctor EMEKA EMERIE, Don, the President General, AKANU Development Union. I'm here with him. Please, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and how are you?
I'm good. Please, I would like you to tell us whom you are.
Like you rightly said, I'm Chief Dr. Don EMEKA EMERIE Idika Emerie Udhawa, the President General, AKANU Development Union. And by the special grace of God, I've been on the seat. This is almost 8 years. Thank you so much.
Chief Ka. Ano se ebongo AKANU ugu onyerebe mboku. Ne anyere His Royal Majesty Ezukomba Udo Kenekeno. Okpara so many things about AKANU. Among the things he told us is AKANU Womba Kabanuku Ohafia. Even Abia State, Osoko, Mandifo, Male, and Gige Onwege, Wuronye Zamana Chineke, Ogi Nishi, Amepeya. Biko, Oya Danye Maha Emana no bitiki.
Ikwezoku obidem otwo simwenye AKANU. Maka ordinarily, AKANU, like you said, Ezogo said, is a community, single community with the largest number of human beings across the Niger, not just within Ohafia and Abia states. Across the Niger, it is gazetted. AKANU has the largest number of indigenous people as a single community. Then, if you talk about landmarks, AKANU also has the largest. If you're now rating the Ohafia community. So I should be happy that I'm from this community, and AKANU is so blessed because we have all kinds of good people when we talk of people educated and the rest of them. So I should be happy being from AKANU OHAFIA. Thank you so much.
Your Majesty, Chief, Biko Oya Dekwanyema. Hekpara ambassador your union, winning KM abbreviate for A.D.U.
Yes, A.D.U, or the umbrella covering everybody born in AKANU OHAFIA, even our wives married from other places. Once you're married into AKANU, automatically you've become an indigene. And the umbrella covering everybody is the union. And the union, as we know, from our forebears, started about 1935 and thereabouts. And then it was known as APU, AKANU Progressive Union. Then early 70s, after the Nigerian-Biafran War, the allies then decided to upgrade, and they came up with AKANU Development Association. And as the years goes by, you know, with development and other things, the allies around 2010 decided to migrate again to another name, which is more better, and it became AKANU OHAFIA Development Union, that is the A.D.U. you know about. So an A.D.U. as a union has been doing very, very well. I think the other communities in Ohafia can attest to the kind of good things that the union, have been doing in AKANU. So the union has been so good. They've been doing well, and I believe and I trust God that the union will continue doing well. Thank you.
Chief, when you say good things that A.D.U. is bringing to AKANU people, what do you mean?
Yeah, when I say good things, I mean when it has to do with development, when it has to do with making sure there is maintenance of peace, even in the face of, troubles, you make sure there is maintenance of peace. That is a good thing. Then, if you come back to development, you will discover that if you come into AKANU now, you look at the roads in the first place, see how the roads are well maintained, see how the roads are passable. Then you also come again. Though like the two major roads now that are being asphalted, we'll give that to His Excellency, Senator Ojuzo Kalu. He has been so good with us. He brought this, and AKANU people are happy for that. And with him, and with the government of the day at the federal level. Then you talk of water. AKANU is reticulated, unlike any other community in Ohafia. I think AKANU is the only community you go into, you see water all over. You put water into your house. We give this to Honorable Konkole, the immediate past House of Reps member. He attracted this. It's in our own time. And the A.D.U., at least in one way or the other, orchestrated this. Then away from that, you look at other infrastructures. You see that the union has been doing so well. Like we have AKANU OHAFIA Secondary School. When we came on board, there was nothing like fence there. But the union made it possible that age grades use that, fence the school to ensure that they came out with what we call Izarafa, that is naming ceremony. They were named. So, away from that, you also discover that apart from making sure we make sure these infrastructures are kept in good condition. What of the human beings development, capital human beings development? We are trying our best to make sure our young ones are useful by encouraging them to go to school, encouraging them to those that are not knowledgeable enough to be in school to go and learn an art or the other, to be useful to themselves and to the community. So the union has been doing well.
Chief, yesterday, Anyere Nanziki, Anyere Jogono, he told us so many things, even some of the things you've mentioned. Okay, now, when we find those Ashara A.D.U. working with EMEKE Youth Wing and other arms.
Yes.
Then he mentioned about Onyinebe. Now, please tell us about Onyinebe.
Okay, I will say a little about the wings of the union. A.D.U. as a body stands as a parent body. We have the women wing. We also have the youth wing. And these wings are really doing great jobs too. The women are really doing great job. At least to make sure there is peace in the community. To make sure women do the right thing at the right time. Also the youths, they're also doing wonderfully well. To ensure that but the security of the community, maintenance of roads, and others. So these are the wings of the union, and they've been doing well, like I've said. Then, if you come to the issue of Onyinebe, Onyinebe is a government institution. If you come down here, Ohafia, to be precise, has a peculiar, system when it comes to leadership institutions. Like from the time each and every of the villages or communities, was founded, we have a Zogo, who is the true custodian of custom and tradition of the land. Till death, they remain the people that are in charge of these aspects of rulership. Then sometime, I think that was the government of His Excellency Senator Ojuzo Kalu. He introduced this issue of autonomous Eze, they call them now traditional rulers. They were introduced into the system to be the eye of the government. And that is just that. And in AKANU, our first autonomous Eze, the Onyinebe one, was enthroned in the year 2000. And he lived and ruled well till year 2020, when he joined the ancestors. And as a union, we met the family. When the family informed us of the passage of our patriarch, we made the whole world know about that our father has joined the ancestors. We were collaborating with the family until when they were ready for the burial. They informed us. We also informed the world that this is the time to bury our father. And the union did set up a committee, burial committee, to work alongside with the family to ensure a befitting burial, is given to our father. And that was done in 2021, early 2021. He was buried. And after that, according to the constitution, the bylaw, that introduces the autonomous Ezeship, we asked the section, that the Onyinebe comes from, to give us a regent that will be on that seat till an election is conducted. Because the bylaw, the constitution says, since we have 4 villages, any village that goes first will not contest again, and it's rotational, and it must be elective. So we have, like in AKANU, we have Ekelogo, Amafuzu, Ndiodo, and Ibina. These are and this Ibina used to be known as Utugokoko until around 2005 or thereabouts. The section decided to change their name from Utugokoko to Ibina. So these are the 4 sections or 4 villages, that makes up AKANU Autonomous Community. So when the first came from Ekelogo, so Ekelogo has nothing to do again, as to contest for that throne. So we were left with Amafuzu, Ndiodo, and Ibina, Uku. Then the 4 villages have their own unions. And the unions, we wrote to the unions, do your internal primaries election, make sure 1 person wins, and we need 3 candidates to contest for this seat. And all the sections conducted their primaries elections, and 3 contestants, were produced and presented to us. And having earlier formed an electoral committee, the electoral committee screened them, and election was conducted accordingly and within time. and one of them emerged winner. And those that contested were Amafo, Chief Dr. Udoka Lokbai, known as Cheka, Ndiodo, Engineer Okoro Kalagvu, then Ibina Uku, we have Elder Ibenjoku Akalo. And at the end of the election, Elder Ibenjoku won the election. Convincingly he won the election. And we had to inform the local government that we've done our election, you know. And once you inform the local government, the process is the local government, you know, goes to the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. So this process were followed. After, you know, informing the local government or the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs through the local government, we were given time for the presentation. And the presentation was done accordingly. And the same presentation went to Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Umuahia. So we're told to wait because there were other communities that have done their own before us, that once they are ready to issue the staff of office, we'll be informed. And that's how we kept waiting and finding out, you know, sending people to go and know exactly what is happening, until one day on the 9th of May this year, 2023, we were told that somebody has gone from behind to collect the staff of office meant for AKANU Autonomous Community. So that is where we are now. But we are strongly believing that the government of the day, you know, that was done by the government of His Excellency Dr. Okeze Victor Ikbeazu. You know, the people that went from behind deceived them and issued out the staff of office for the community. People that somebody that didn't even contest in the election, was not even seen anywhere, went and collected the staff. We are strongly believing that the government of the day, the government of His Excellency Dr. Alex Chioma Oti, OFR, will at least retrieve the staff and give back to the rightful winner of the contest. Thank you so much. That's all about the issue of Onyinebe and autonomous executive. Like I said from the beginning, they are the eye of the government. They are being paid, at least they have something they get from the government. Unlike the Eziogo, that is just there for the community people, to ensure laws, tradition, customs are kept, and the community is in safe hands. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chief. Chief, apart from the impersonation, somebody that impersonated the Onyinebe elect and went to collect staff of office. Now, do you think, apart from him, that AKANU people are happy with the conduct of the Onyinebe election?
Yes, the Onyinebe election that was conducted, I think, me as a person, I saw that as the best election. And I'm just happy that it was not only me as a person that saw that. Because in that election, right from the ministry to the local government, security agencies were invited, and they were there. They were there. After the election, I could remember the DPO, Ohafia DPO then, said he has not witnessed this kind of election, community election, that was so peaceful, well coordinated, right from the beginning to the end. You then will say yes. Because even after the election, the contestants, the other two contestants that couldn't win, went and embraced the winner. They all joyfully left. So everybody in the community were so happy and are still happy that we were able to conduct such an election that was so free and fair.
It's okay, Chief. Chief, we thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, you've said that you have been in the head of A.D.U for the past 8 years. So, each tenure, how many tenures have you been?
Okay, yes. My first tenure, normally is 2 tenures according to the Constitution. And I was elected into office 1995. No, so 2015. 2015. And in that 2015, June, I had 4 years to stay in the office. And like I said, the Constitution stipulates that you go for 2 tenures, if you so will. Then, after the first tenure, that ended in 2019, I indicated that I want to recontest. Alongside those that the other officers that have been serving with me, we all came back and recontested. And as God will have it, we all were returned. We won our elections. And I think we didn't just win that election freely like that. It's because we worked. The people saw our efforts in making sure good things came into AKANU. And because of that, we were all elected. Even the man that contested with me, by name Mr. Kingsley Abo, he had 0 votes. Of all the votes, you know, I took the whole votes. So, like I said, it's 4 years per tenure, and I've done the first one that ended in 2019, came back in that same 2019. So, by God's grace, it will be ending this year. Even this month, an election will be conducted.
Wow. So, EMEKA expects he may hand over to new government, or are you going to recontest?
I can't recontest now because the Constitution didn't say so.
I can't. How will get this opportunity there based on Nigeria? I cannot say contest. Can you?
They can't say I should recontest because it is not what is in the Constitution. The only thing they can say is maybe due to this or that, please continue from now till maybe 1 year, 2 years. When 1 or 2 things may have been sorted out, then we'll do the election. That'll be okay.
8 years in ole ọchịchị. Anya malesi enwerịrị ife ọhọm aya. Mmadụ echekọ ha le ndị ọnwa ịmụ adịghị mfe. Ndị gịrị wọza nne na nna adịghị mfe. Not to talk of the whole community ịnọ ishi. Biko onwe nọ onwe ife ọhọm efu sa. Onwe ife ratọ gị n'ọhụ ọchịchị ọnwa na-eshi ya.
Yes, you've said it all now, because even in your family, you must always have 1 or 2 things that will, make you, that will attack you. Let me put it that way. In fact, so unfortunate that we came into power when already the community, has been polarized by the Ejogoship Tozu. I don't know if anybody has said this. I could remember as far back as between 1993 and 1994, the then union leaders, due to what they were seeing, the past leaders were seeing, when somebody is enthroned as Ezogo, because he's the oldest, because of gerontocracy, he's the oldest. Within a year, 2 years, the person will die. They will bury and throw another person. Within 1 2 years, the person. So they said it's better that a younger person, be enthroned as Ezogo, and that younger person must be produced by the same royal family that produces Ezogo of AKANU. They went into discussions with the royal family, the Umodawoku royal family, and they agreed that the Umodawoku should at a time produce a younger person, a younger energetic person, learned, that will be the Ezogo representing the community, while the elderly person, will be in charge of the royal family, the Umoda royal family, and the Amafozu, the section, all together. And in 1994, the first Eze was enthroned by name Ezogo Kaluyo Ijoma. And, after him, another younger person, Ezogo Ngwobioda, known as Zero, was enthroned, passed through the normal processes. After him, came Ezogo Mbodo Kereke, who was also accepted by the community. All the necessary things that should be done to enthrone, to crown and coronate him was done. And he was enthroned as Ezogo. But unfortunately, and within this period, we're still having those older persons, right from the time of Ezogo Kali Ijoma to the time of Ezogo Ngwobioda. We're having older persons. They never contested, the stool, because AKANU has agreed already, that we should be going to the younger person when it comes to Ezogo, while the older person goes to take care of the kindred, the family, and their section, the village, as it were. Then the Ezogo was enthroned 2011. That's Ezogo Mbodo Kereke JP was enthroned 2011. Surprisingly, in 2014, Naokoro Kole, came up to start contesting. And when Ezogo Mbodo Kereke was enthroned, there were older persons that were his senior. That is Nokoro Kole's senior. After they had died and he became the oldest person in the kindred, he started fighting for the stool that Ezogo Mbodo should step down for him when he was fully crowned, the Ezogo of AKANU. So it became a very serious problem, to the point that after Ohafia Council of Monarchs have abdicated and gave the verdicts, which follows what AKANU agreed on, it didn't go down well with them. The Umoda as a family, they set up a committee then, and the committee also came up with a beautiful report that still maintains AKANU's decision. But they still didn't take it. They decided to go to court. So as I'm talking to you now, the issue has been in court since 2014 till date. And when the matter went to court, the court instructed that status quo ante must be maintained in the community until they decide otherwise. So why it became a problem is because the people that were told to maintain status quo ante refused to do that. So you see them parading as Ezogo, doing a lot of things, trying to cause trouble, try to cause mayhem. And one funny aspect of it is they keep building albums. If a man fights with his wife and probably will enjoy themselves, they will go and snap and put it on an album. Before you know it, they will say it's Ezogo that sent people to go and attack such person, or the PG. In AKANU here, we have the people who call Benaso, Gaefa. These people are revered men of this community, very, very revered men of this community, that have lived and worked all over the world. They retired. They said no, it's better for them to go back home, to at least put up their own contribution for the good of the community that raised them. They all came back. They formed that group called Benaso. And these people have been doing wonderfully well. They are like a think tank group. You will discover that the same set of people will be attacking them for doing good job, for bringing out good opinions. that helps the community moving forward. So these are the challenges that, in fact, it's just a serious challenge. And like I said, for maintenance of peace, at least for us to have relative peace in the community, it has not really been easy. It has not really been easy. God has been just there for us. Because the way these people act, if not God, I think something else would have happened to the community. And the wisdom He has bestowed on us, the leaders, to carry things along. So that is just the challenge. Thank you.
Chief, thank you. Now, concerning the New Yam Festival, the Ohamoha New Yam Festival, Emeha Emerasi iriji Ohamoha ibugadipu akama inyofono.
Yes.
And I maposakwa say ozagaka your mind. Please, how many the reason behind iriji Ohamoha?
Thank you so much. This is a beautiful question. Yes, when I started growing up, I think I used to know that New Yam Festival, Iriji in AKANU OHAFIA, used to be, either compound thing, family thing, sectional thing. And though I'm of the Omanukundi Omachajike, family, and we are in this age, like we celebrate our own a month before the general one in AKANU. Our own was celebrated 8th of August to open the way for hunger, because so that people can always harvest and eat. Then the general one, that is Ohamoha now, I remember sometimes 2013, yes, I was seriously thinking of what will be bringing us together as a community, as one people. Because here we are so interwoven that it will be difficult for you to raise a knife against the other person. But you discover that because of wickedness in these people fighting for stool of Ejogo, a lot of things have been happening. I remember there's no how you can raise your hand against another person in this community because of how we're interwoven. Because this thing has started causing trouble. Now, when I was like, how do we what should be bringing us together? I thought of this Iriji Ohamoha. Then that year, by the special grace of God, I was able to talk to Ichina AKANU and the Ejogo, we all agreed collectively with the union then. And that was the President General then was Chief Osi Okbanko. We agreed that there would be Iriji Ohamoha. And by the special grace of God, I was able to sponsor that Iriji Ohamoha. And that was when I built the tower at Paradise in Kwefiam for remembrance of that. And by the grace of God, people are using that to at least remember that Iriji Ohamoha started from somewhere and at a time. So that's how it all started. And I remember when I was giving a speech then, I told our people that I'm doing this to make sure we will be having a forum, that all of us will be gathering. We will talk about ourselves and about the society at large. And from there, it started gradually, until 2019, was it 2019? Okay, 2020. I remembered at the union, we agreed that this Iriji Ohamoha should always be hosted by age grades. Having known that here, the age grade system is what brings development. You talk of Izarafa, at that level. Let me leave the lower level. Izarafa, that is the naming ceremony of the age grades. you talk of Ibekbe, then you talk of Ibuche. Now, at Izarafa level, it's a general thing. The age grades must have a structure on ground that proves that at so time or year they were named. Then after that, you move up to Ibekbe. Ibekbe is sectional now, village by village. The same age grades. They must put on ground a structure, an infrastructure that proves that at so year and that time, this age grade, did the Ibekbe. Then after that, the Ibuche, that is traditional retirement.
Okay.
In some other Igbo lands, they call it Ibotomma. That also is the biggest one. And all these things, like Ibekbe, the union of that village, of that section, gives us projects. They negotiate. Then Izarafa, the union, in collaboration with the Eziogo in council, gives us project too. Then Ibuche, the same thing. The union, in collaboration with the Eziogo in council, gives us projects. Like here now, I want to believe in Abia State. Generally, there is no hall as big as AKANU Civic Center. People have confirmed is the biggest hall, a hall that can contain so many people. It is here in Akanuku. It was given to an age grade known as Okazia. We have Okoma and Okezie. Like I said from the beginning, normally there are two age grades, senior and junior, that takes up this project. Then Okazia did the project to a very reasonable height. They were asked to retire. Then Egriba entered. Egriba, that is Egwu and Abreba age grades. They entered and did to almost the final phase. They were asked to retire, and they retired in 2021. The first Okazia retired in 2018. Now we have Ugwanya, Ugumba, and Anyafumba age grades. They are almost completing the civic center. So that is how it goes.
Chief Ka. Now, Chief, by God's grace, if I'm in fact, Nenji for Sagan based on Nijik by Gane, if I won't call Soto, no Uchi, Iligi PG, Iriji, Akano.
Yes.
Now, that's the way forward. And that way forward, Akano, Yagadekora, the new people, Jena Bansane, Uchi. The way forward is in form of advice. Ibo digine leki, ogara wurife, afo, abangwa toda, game pogade fendongwa. Ayodi yadina anyima hechikota dekwaya.
Ordinarily, once you are always proactive and you have the wisdom of doing good things will never end in your memory. Like, I still have a lot of good things to unfold to my community if that chance is given to me. But I'm working with Constitution. Just like I talked about this Iriji Ohamo that is now being hosted by age grades. Why that came up is to make sure that this age grade starts putting themselves together. If they put themselves together at that level, as they move up to the Ibekbe, they may have, fraternized very well and probably have one purse, one account where they put their money. Then from that level again to the, Izarafa and the rest of them, and the rest of that, which Ibuche. So but at the time of Ibuche, it would be so easier, which was not like that before. Yes, it has not really been easy. but God has made it to be easy all this while. And I want to believe the ERIG Ohamoha will continue, and it will continue bringing progress and development to AKANU community.
Amen.
I'll address AKANU people, that my time is up, and it's better to get somebody who will contest and win election to come and take over, so that what we started will not stop halfway. Because I will be the unhappiest man on earth if all my efforts for 8 years is allowed to crumble, because of the kind of person or persons that comes to take over from me. I will not like it at all, because I know what I've passed through, or what we have passed through, to make sure AKANU is at the position it is now. So I'll address AKANU people and thank everybody for being there, those that really have been there for us, and continue pleading with those that does not really see good things in us, or good things in making sure there is peace in the community to, try and sow a very good line of peace, so that even within themselves, they'll be having peace of mind. Because you don't want peace in your community. You will never have peace of mind. You will always be afraid at any given time, because you're not relaxed. So I think it's better I address the people and tell them the way forward. Thank you so much.
Chief Ka. Imele maka okeke. But Chief, tamanya bia emechi. Oya de tani meke. Hai masazia onyewu. Aya nule Chief. Aya nule Doctor. Piko kwa jirani onyewu as a person.
Onyewu as a person. Halafam. Nuru Arishi. Asem eleji abayafam Chief Doctor Don EMEKA EMERIE Idika Emerie Udawa, and nwafọ amorando machi ajike onye eziukwu ekologo urukwa of the Umanuku kindred, and amụnwa AKANU ebima AKANU tua ejemri ụlọ akwụkwọ Ambeku Eket Jeba Biaga Lagos Ja University of Lagos, and Mbiaron with African Petroleum Robaibo Hani Lua Biabido Metopua Ifenkomum, and God has been so faithful, Akwalmoye Emezi Ademma Okwale Amengbo Hani Ririnda AKANU ji 2013 Ongbe my first chieftaincy title bia. I thought that Migura because I'm a born prince. I'm a born prince. But meti kegumoma apogo mi fedene oro onwe fejine chesa. So ngbongbo se onwale ongbe no sile nwi fa ya gomi. O se moya na azo okpasozo ha. Okpasozo ha maka apart from say really nda AKANU jo won to for don na emetba na yero mo hafia do akaba ma no mo AKANU ogi fabia agupu ibo nwani. So anohelu ya nde amekpu fusakwa ifama mmega wogwam ochizioha one of amekpu anohelu ya ndabia fusi ifama mmega wogwami okpotemba ya kwa na chieftaincy title ndị sugu akolu hani wogwam nwaka ibe ya ele obaji ma ndị nke gomini omezi obodo so ya urelego jide.
What do you have to say about Adamazi? Remember, Adamazi TV is here to connect all Africans, to connect us to our roots. What do you have to say about Adamazi TV?
Thank you so much. I think in few occasions I've seen the productions of Adamazi TV. I comment the work Adamazi TV has been doing. And I want to appreciate Adamazi TV for coming, to be with us in this 2023 New Yam Festival of AKANU Autonomous Community. They've been doing good jobs. At least, like I've said, I'm confirming that I've seen their work, on YouTube and the rest of that. They do good job. So I appreciate them. And my prayer is that God will continue to uplift them.
Amen.
Empower them to make sure that they go higher and higher, because they are really making people feel at home. I remembered in 2021, I was somewhere. I was not in AKANU when the New Yam Festival took place. But I remembered, okay, now the 2022, I think that was 2022. I was not around, but I later came in. I started watching what was happening in my community. I was so happy. And I want to believe if you can connect the world today, they will be happy the way I was in 2022 when I was watching what was taking place in my community as regards Iriji. It was showing live. It was showing live. So I appreciate the work, and I want to pray that God will continue to, empower them to do more.
Chief, thank you so much. So, Aura and Kogo double chief. I don't think I made a mistake.
He made a mistake, but I can't let double. Only pay there for. Go ahead and I don't want to joke because if I have me mega, I won't get joke because when they be a big chief. No. At least you must do something, to give you whatever name people want to call you.
Chief, thank you so much for your time. God bless you.
And you too.
Yes, my dear viewers, don't forget that we're still on to Adamazi TV. We are here to connect all Africans to their roots. My name still remains the Gentle Prince, Ndukwe.